how to make my Jammy Coconut Traybake cake. Perfect retro classic, served with a little bit of custard. It's just my favourite thing. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today I'm making another classic, old style retro tray bake of the Jammy Coconut cake. And this is famous in loaf cake form, but for me, the tray bake is best because you can take a giant chunk of it, pour over some custard and enjoy something from your childhood, which I loved the retro bakes when I was younger, so I'm sure you all do too. Honestly, a Jammy coconut sponge is like one of the best. And this recipe is so simple, just like the school cake, just a little bit different in decoration and in the filling. But a cake like this, simple ingredients, it's 5 ingredients to make the sponge, and it has a healthy amount of servings as always. So we can make that today, and I'm sure you're gonna absolutely love it. And of course, full recipe is in the description box below, link to the blog post and everything. And as always, I'll link anything useful I can think you might need. And any questions, as always, leave them below. The main part of this will either be baking spread or unsalted butter. I tend to use a baking spread because it's cheaper, but a room temperature butter works as well. You have your self-raising flour, caster sugar, medium eggs, and then of course some desiccated coconut. This is the important, delicious part of this bake, and it's definitely worth it. Start by adding your butter or baking spread to a bowl, and then add your caster sugar. And then I mix these together until they're light and fluffy before adding in anything else. Once you've added in your eggs, add in your flour. And then once that's all mixing together, add in your coconut and mix until combined. Once it's all mixed together, it's going to be a lovely, thick coconut cake mixture like so. So once your cake mixture is ready, it's time to pour it into the tin. Because this is a tray bake cake, I do use a large tray bake tin. So I'll link this below because it's the best one I found. It's perfect size. And I just line it with parchment paper on the base and sides and use the bulldog clips again just to secure it in place, because it's a lot of cake mixture to get into one tin. But obviously just pour it in, smooth it over, and then we can bake in our preheated oven. I tend to bake at 160 fan, so that's 180 regular, for about 45-50 minutes until the skewer will come out clean, and then you can leave it to cool fully. Make sure to smooth it out in the lined tin until even. So once your tray bake tin is full, it'll bake in the oven, leave to cool fully, and then we can decorate with our jam and coconut. So once your cake has baked and cooled fully in the tin, it's time to decorate. You can either add the jam and coconut on now, or you can take it out of the tin. Either way, it doesn't really matter, but today I'm going to take it out onto my board. So I'll just lift it out, place onto a tray. When it comes to the jam, any jam will do. I just have a seeded raspberry jam like so. I find it easier to give it a little bit of a mix to make sure it's smooth and just not lumpy before adding onto the cake. So once your jam is smoother, you also can grab some more desiccated coconut. I prefer to leave this untoasted, but if you wanted to toast it, you can, or use flakes of coconut. It's entirely up to you. I grab a little bit more just to sprinkle on top of the jam. So I'm just going to pour on my jam and then smooth it over. So that is how you make the classic Jammy Coconut Traybake. It's so easy, it's so tasty. It's a retro classic that we all absolutely adore. And obviously I'm going to have mine in a bit with a giant glug of custard, but that's up to you. So of course, check out the full recipe in the description box below. Just look how good it is. And I will link the full blog post as well. I'll link the tray bake, like the tin, everything you need. But I hope you adore this recipe and come back next time for something else that's absolutely scrumptious. Enjoy.